Hello everyone and welcome back. So today you are going to learn how to use Formik. What is Formik? Formik is the world's most popular open source form library for React and React Native. And we are going to create simple sign up page with React, and I'm going to use Bootstrap, by the way. And as you can see in the left, we have the form. If I click register without give any value, we get the require error. Okay. And if I click reset, everything is clear. And if I just give a value John in here, say do email, say john@com, which is invalid email, right? If I click another field, we get email is invalid. So let's do john@dev.com, and the error is gone. And let's give a password, say password. And for the confirm password, I'm going to say pass, and we get password must match. So let's say password. Okay. If I click register, now we get all the value in the console. If I click reset, it's gone. Okay. That's what we are going to be building. So very simple. But by following this tutorial, you'll be able to use Formik to your next project. So let's go to the VS Code. I have already generate React app in here. You can use npx or yarn, and let's start the app. You can just say yarn start, enter. So let's see in the browser, this is create React app by default, and we're going to remove couple file that we don't need, and we're going to remove the task, index.css, logo, report web vitals, and setup tests. Let's get rid of this file. So now we get valid to compile because we don't have the logo anymore. So let's go to the app.js file, and we are going to remove the logo.svg, and we're going to remove everything inside the header. Just everything in here. Let's get rid of that. Just put hello React. Now save, and let's go back to index. We need to remove the index.css and report web vitals and get rid of this everything in here. So now save. Now we should see hello React in the browser, and we get a hello React. Okay, so far so good. So next we need to install Bootstrap package. So let's add another terminal, and in here I'm gonna say yarn add bootstrap. Hit enter and wait. Alright, so it's done. Let's go to index.js file, and in here we need to import the bootstrap. Bootstrap / this / css / bootstrap.min.css. Okay, so let's save. So as you can see in here, the font is changed. That means everything is worked perfectly. So let's close the index.js file, and in the app.js file, we need to remove everything in here, and I'm going to wrap our app with container class from Bootstrap, and I'm going to give a margin top to 3, and inside in here I'm going to give a row, and inside a row I'm going to give a column -md I'm going to say 5, and in here we are going to put sign up component, but now just put sign up, and in here I'm going to say column -md 7, and inside in here we are going to put the image, which is the illustration. So I'm going to copy my illustration, and before that, in a source folder I'm going to create file called, not file, folder called assets, and inside assets I'm going to put the image, which is the rocket.png. So now we need to import the illustration in app.js file. So we can say import, just give a name, rocket img, let's say from ./asset/ the file name, which is rocket.png. Okay, so we need to bring in the rocket img in the source right here. So we can just remove the quote and put that right here. And inside in here, I'm going to give a class name. Say class name, set it equals to img-fluid, and I'm gonna say width into 100. Wait, not 0, 100. So now save. Let's take a look in the browser. So as you can see, we have the sign up in the left and the illustration in the right side. So now we need to create another folder. I'm gonna say components, and I'm gonna create a file called signup.js file, and inside in here I'm going to generate a functional base component, and inside in here I'm going to put h1. Let's just say sign up. Okay, now save. Let's go back to app.js file, and in here we need to import the sign up, say from dot slash wait component slash sign up, like so. And now we need to bring in the sign up component inside in here. Let's say sign up, like so. Now save. We should see sign up with h1 in the left side. And here we go. Not seen. Sign up. So next we need to install Formik, because if you want to use Formik, you need to wrap your form with Formik component. So now let's add Formik. Let's say Formik and hit enter. Alright, so it's done. Now we need to import the Formik and form from Formik. And we need to wrap our sign up component in here with Formik. So we can say Formik with capital V. And inside in here, I'm going to remove that for now. We are going to say Formik, set that equals to our function in here. And I'm going to console.log the Formik. Okay, just want to show you. So now save, and let's go back to the browser and open the console by Ctrl-Shift-G, and now as you can see we have all the property in here. We have the values, we have the handle blur, handle change, handle submit, initial values, and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so we need to use all this property right here. So for now we need to just returning JSX in here. So we can just say like so, and we are going to say div, and inside in here I'm going to say h1. I'm going to say class called margin vertically into 4, and I'm going to say font weight to bold, and let's just say display to 4. All right, and in here let's say sign up. Now save. Should be capital S right here, like so. And in here we need to use form, which is form from Formik right here. Okay, so we can say form, like so. So now let's set the initial values inside the Formik right here. We can say initial values, set that equals to, and I'm gonna say first name empty string, last name empty string, say email, wait, empty string, and what else, password empty string, and the last thing is confirm with password empty string. Okay, so if I want to see the initial values, let's check into just in here. I'm going to console.log the Formik, like that. So now save, and let's take a look. We're going to refresh, and as you can see in here, we are going to looking for initial values. As you can see in here, we have the confirm password, email, first name, last name, and password. Everything is empty string. Okay, so far so good. So the next thing is I'm going to create another component called text field. Say text field.js file, and inside here I'm going to generate RFC, enter, and just put input for now. Okay, let's save and let's go back to sign up, and I'm going to import the text field from /text field, and I'm going to put the text field inside a form like so. Wait, text field. Okay, so now save. Now we should see input in the browser. So now refresh, and here we go. All right, so let's go back. I'm going to send a couple props in here. Let's just say label, set that equals to, let's say, first name. I'm going to send name, set that equals to first name, and let's say type, set that equal to text. All right, so let's save and let's go back to text field, and in here I'm going to grab the label, and I'm going to grab all the props. Okay, so next we need to import use field from Formik. So we can say import use field from Formik, and we are going to say in here, let's say cons field and meta, set that equals to use field, and let's put the props right there. Okay, so if I console.log the field and the meta, so let's save and let's take a look in the browser what we have. So as you can see in the field we have name, on blur, on change, and value. All right, and in the meta, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I mean this is, we have error, initial touch, initial value, and touch and value. Okay, so now let's get rid of this console. In div right here, I'm going to add class name, set that equals to margin bottom to 2, and down here I'm going to say label HTML4. I'm going to access the field dot name, which is right here. Okay, I'm going to say field dot name. Okay, that's mean the first name right here. Okay, it's come from here. All right, so inside in here I'm going to say label like that, which is first name right here. Okay, so now save and let's take a look right here, save and reload. As you can see, we have the first name and the input right here. Okay, cool. So let's go back. In input right here, I'm going to remove the type, and I'm going to wait, where's the T? Right there. I'm going to add class name, set that equals to, I'm going to say form dash control, which is bootstrap class, and shadow, I'm going to remove the shadow, which is shadow none, and I'm going to say auto complete into off. Okay, so now save. We should see beautiful form. Let's refresh. Let's take a look. See, we have the first name and the beautiful input right here. Okay, cool. And we need to destructuring all the field value. So let's just put field right here, and also all the props value like that. So now save and let's go back into sign up component, and we are going to copy and paste that a couple times, and this should be last name, This should be email. Say email. The name, it should be last name. Type text, email, let's say name email. Type should be email, and this is should be password, and name, let's say password, and the type, say password, and the last thing is should be confirm password, and name, let's say confirm password, and type, say password. Okay, so now save. So now we should see 5 different input fields in the browser. See, we have the first name, last name, email, password, and confirm password. So the next thing is we are going to add button in here and just add class name called btn and btn-dark, and I'm going to say margin top to 3, and the text should be register. And in here I want to say type, set it equals to submit, and we are going to add another button down here. Just give a btn-dangers, and margin top to 3 and margin left to 3, and the text should be reset, and I'm going to add type, set that equals to reset. Okay, so now save, and let's go back to the browser. Now we have the register and reset button. Okay, cool. So as you can see in here, we have the console.log Formik. All right, so I want to access the values, so formik.values. So now save, and let's go back in here. I'm going to refresh, and as you can see, we have all the value, which is confirm, password, email, first name, last name, and password. If I say Chan, now as you can see, we have the value Chan into the first name. Okay, if I put a dev right here, now we have Chan dev. All right, pretty cool, right? But how about the validation? If I go to the form and I go to email and click another input field, we don't get any error. So let's go back in here, and we need to handle the validation. So we need to use package called yap. So let's install yap by typing yarn add yap and hit enter. Alright, so it's done. Now we need to import yap up here. So we can say import everything and give a name yap from yap. And we are going to create variable. Let's just say validate, set that equals to yap.object. And in here, I'm going to put object. Okay, so the first thing is I want to grab the first name, and I want to make sure that first name should be string. And I want to give a maximal value into the first name. So you can say maximal right there. And I want to give a 50 maximal character. So I can say 15. And if the first name have more than 50 character, the error should be must be 15 characters or less. And I want to set the first name into required, and the message, let's say required. All right, and let's just copy this and paste that couple times and change this into last name, should be string, and the maximal value into the last name, I want to set that into 20, and the error should be must be 20 character or less. The next thing is email, and that's string. I want to put email in here, and if the email is invalid, I want to give a error. Let's just say email is invalid. And password, and that's string, and I want to give a minimal value, and I'm going to set that into 6. And the error, let's get rid of this. It should be password must be at least 6 characters. All right, And require, I want to change that into password. Password is required. And email, let's change that into email is required. And for the confirm password should be string. And in here, I'm gonna get rid of this. And in here, I'm going to say one of. And I'm going to put array in here, and let's say yap.reference into the password. And let's set that to null. And then we're going to say password must match. And change the require error into confirm password is required. All right, required. And to use this validate, we can just simply go to the Formik right here and just say validation schema set it equals to validate variable, just like that. Okay, and let's just save and let's go back to the text field. And in here, I'm going to import error message from the Formik, and I'm going to put the error message in here. Say error message, and I'm going to give a name set that equals to, I want to access the field dot name. Okay, so let's just copy, put that right here. So now save and let's take a look in the browser. So now if I go to the first name and without giving any value and click another input field, we get the require. And if I type in more than 50 character, we have the error must be 50 character or less. Okay, that's happened with the last name, must be 20 character or less. And the email, we are going to get email is invalid, and we're going to get password must match. All right, so let's go back in here. There's class called is invalid in Bootstrap, so we need to use this class when the input field right here have error. Okay, so let's go back in here, and I want to use a backtick in here like so, and I want to say if the input field is touch and the input field have the error, I want to add class called is invalid, like that. So now save and let's take a look in the browser. So now if I click the first name and click another input field without giving any value in the first name, now the input field have a border red. Okay, that's what we want. Okay, pretty cool, right? And I want to put some CSS in app.css right here. Let's remove everything and put the style in here. Let's just close this, make that smaller. Okay, and I want to save. And now, as you can see, we have the, where's the error? Oh yeah, let's go back in here. And I want to say component into div, and I want to add class name in here. Class name set that equals to error. Okay, which is the right here. Okay, we set that the position into absolute, we change the color and the font size. Okay, so very basic CSS right here. So let's take a look. See, we have the error right there. So now let's refresh. If I click first name and click another, we get the require error. Okay, so pretty cool. All right, and next thing is I want to, if I click register, I want to showing the value into the console. So let's go back in here to sign up. We can just say on submit right here. On wait, what happened? On submit, set that equals to we grab the values, and I just want to console.log the values. Okay, so now save, and let's go back, refresh. Oh yeah, we need to remove this console, and let's give a, say, Chan dev email. Chan should be invalid email. Okay, we get the error right there. Chan@dev.com, for example, and I want to put password 123456, and just copy this password, put it right here. If I click register, wait, not match, really? 123456, and here we go. We get all the value. Okay, but why the illustration not in the center? So let's go back to app.js file. In here, I'm gonna say margin vertically to auto. So now save, and let's go back, refresh, bam. Okay, I think we're done with this project. I hope you learned something new from this simple project, and I'm gonna see you in the very next video, and bye.